My wife, Linda, and I both worked for the Department of the Army. We had 5 children. Lavina was a very disciplined child. Being the first girl, I think she kind of felt, my daddy done took care of us all these years, and now he's got to worry about paying for college for me. I think I'm going to help him out, and I'm going to earn my own money. And she said, I want to go in the Army. She was there 6 weeks. She called home almost every day. The last conversation that we had with her was the 17th of July. She said, it looks like I'm going to be home for Christmas. That she said, don't decorate the tree until she came home. At 7:30 in the morning of the 19th of July, our doorbell rang. There's a soldier on our porch. He stepped in our foyer and he said, this morning, Lavina L. Johnson died of self-inflicted wounds. I was just overwhelmed. I fell back on the steps. It was just a total shock to me. Linda she started bellowing so loud. I mean, it was just a horrible echo that echoed through the house. It was just horrible. I said, wait a minute. Are you saying that my daughter committed suicide? And he said, her death is being investigated. A casualty liaison came within 2 days. He said, I was told to tell you to have a closed casket. We wanted to have an open casket. We had the funeral, and my daughter, Lakeisha, walked over to that casket. Next thing I know, I hear her, they murdered my sister. Did you see her face? Her face is all beat up. Her nose is all broke. The Army spent 10 months supposedly doing an investigation. I tried to pressure them for a copy of the evidence. And actually, it took a congressional act. When you take the information that the Army didn't want us to have, and you compare that with the criminal investigators' report, they don't match. They didn't find her in her barracks, so the Army lied about that. They found her in the contractor's tent. I called my brother Joseph because Joseph has a degree in criminal science. He said, I'm looking at a dislocated shoulder and a broke neck. So somebody beat her up. He said, it gets worse, man. Somebody shoved something up in Lavina. This was a rape. The second autopsy showed part of her vaginal area was surgically removed. I started hyperventilating. I could barely breathe. You look at the autopsy, you look at the paperwork, they were both designed to substantiate a suicide. The medical examiner said that this was a suicide based on the information he received from the criminal investigators. The criminal investigators' decision that it was a suicide was based on the fact that the medical examiner said it. So they blamed each other. My daughter was 3rd generation. I worked for you for 25 years supporting troops. She gets brutally raped and murdered, and you treat us like dirt. This has gone on for 6 years. I got to get justice for my baby. And not only that, I found out that they've done it to other families. So my fight is bigger than just Lavina.